This is only the end of part 1, right?
Al, please tell me we're headed for the nearest "You're now leaving Bright Falls. Come back soon" sign.
We're going to the Anderson farm.
I knew you were gonna say something like that. You know what? You owe me big time for this. When this is through, if we make it, I don't care what anybody says, I'm done with darkness. You're gonna buy me a tanning bed as a gift, and I'm gonna live in it.
Buddy, have you not seen Final Destination? You don't want a tanning bed. It's terrifying. Okay, Al, but we can go to the Anderson farm during the day, right? We could just wait. We could just go there when it's safe.
I'm crazy, but that's fine, Barry.
Oh, you got that right, Al. You're barking mad. You are by far the craziest.
But maybe that's inevitable when you deal with crazy stuff like this. It helps. This is happening, Barry. Alice, they never had Alice. She's trapped in the darkness at the bottom of the lake, but she's not dead.
Al, how can you know that?
I know, Barry. I can...
Al,
No, listen. I can bring her back. I can find her. There's something special about this place. The lake, it does something to the works of art created here. It makes them come true. But there's a catch. The dark presence, whatever that thing is, twists it to its own ends. That's why all of this is happening. It's using my manuscript to take over everything.
Al, I believe you.
It happened to Thomas Zane before, it happened to the Andersons.
I believe you. Crazy or not, you're not delusional. Weird shit's going down. That's a fact. I'm on board, man. I'm with you.
The Andersons knew about it, but they were too far gone to tell me with all the drugs they were on. But they wrote it down. There's a message somewhere at their farm, Barry. You just need to find it. Look out!
They wasn't even being chased. They could have just drove safely.
Al! God damn it, Al, talk to me!
And then once again, we're in the fucking forest.
I had lost my gun in the crash.
Of course you have.
Barry was nowhere to be seen.
Thankfully, this part of the world has loads of guns, just
Barry!
all over the place.
Barry!
Oh, man, you're okay!
Behind the music of
Jesus,
Old
good
Gods
to
of
hear your
Asgard
voice. I was trying to
lurks
get out
a
of the car.
Finnish band called the Poets of the Fall.
24, yeah, I know.
And they are good friends of mine. And we obviously started collaborating with poets already with Max Payne 2.
There's no way you can climb down there. It's like a sheer wall.
Are they in Max Payne 2? I'll have to listen to that. So, I watched this video the other day. It's kind of adorable. So for Alan Wake 2, for all the episode endings, they've gotten Finnish bands to do all the music and all. But he gives them poetry, which obviously he has to do because he's the guy that writes all these stuff, right? That's why it's this guy talking. I think it's what I like about Remedy. It's he's obviously the guy who runs it, but he clearly still makes a lot of the work as well. He's not just managing. But I just love the idea of going, right, write some songs, professional bands. Here's some poetry I wrote. It's about darkness. And the one rule is, like, it's got to be about the plot of the game, obviously. I don't know, I guess I would never have that confidence to be like, yep, I want you to write songs and here's some poetry. Use it if you want. Because
There's something moving down here!
Barry, it's a Taken! Use a flare, Barry!
Oh, yeah!
Barry, are you alright?
I'm good, Al! I'm great!
Video game storytelling uses many different mediums, and music definitely is one. And at some point I started thinking about the idea that we would have a fictional band and we would custom create music that would be in-world, and with that we could have lyrics and themes that are part of the storytelling, and that's what Old Gods of Asgard is all about. We had multiple songs created by Poets of the Fall for the first game. We continued with that in Alan Wake's American Nightmare, and now in Control we have done it again with Take Control. Now I feel this is a wonderful direction, and I'm sure that in the future we will be looking into this as well. Other than that, licensing songs for Alan Wake was an important part of the episodic structure, finding fitting songs for end of episode moments, and I'm still very proud and very happy of the selection of songs that we have from David Bowie and Nick Cave and Poe, all greatly fitting into this experience.
David Bowie makes sense because he's also in Twin Peaks. That's the Anderson farm.
You're gonna have to find your way around to the farm, Al. I'll be waiting.
Barry, just wait for me, okay?
Al, I'm not staying here. It's suicide. I'm going to the farm. I'm gonna go ahead and secure the area. You can catch up. Don't worry about it. I'm on the case.
Now he's Rambo. This would turn into a disaster if I didn't catch up with Barry.
But I'm gonna have to go the long way round because computer games. Hello, birds. Good birds. Oh, fuck.
When he stopped the car at the Anderson farm, Walter felt relieved. Oblivion was close at hand. The brothers wouldn't miss a jar of moonshine or two in the booby hatch. But then he saw the man on the porch, and he knew who it was. Driving for his life and knowing it was useless, he didn't realize he was crying until he couldn't see the road for the tears.
Who was it? Oh. Ah. Okay, this doesn't heal him. Kind of curious as to how Barry survives any of this, but no beds.
Shadows crawled over the gate. I needed a light to destroy them to get through.
Yeah, it's not. So obviously the thing that people get angry with is that Alan gets tired really easily. But it's not actually that. It's that your instinct is to always like run from things. And the game doesn't let you. Because of that mechanic.
Agent Nightingale stared at the passed out rider. The man was sleeping off one hell of a night. Nightingale felt a stab of envy at Wake's oblivion. But he had a job to do. He put the gun to Wake's head and almost became a murderer. His hand shook and his throat felt tight and dry. Biting his teeth, he tried again to pull the trigger. He lost the nerve. Wake stirred. Nightingale would have to settle for an arrest.
There's the door. But before we explore the door, let's see if there's more over horror here. There isn't. I feel kind of cheated. Never mind, let's go back. Well, we've got a couple of cool songs if we just do one of the hardest fights in the game. But before that, we have to get there. We have to get to the...
I could sense the movement in the woods ahead. Facing the enemy without a weapon was dangerous, but I had no choice.
How the fuck did Barry survive? There's no one in the dark, not even Barry. Children of the Elder God. So why am I going this direction? That's nice to know. Let's get the fuck away from them. Fuck. Cool. Again, there was no indication that was a set piece that I could run away from, but
A car was driving away from the farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
the game's telling me to leap. Ah, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking there. So yeah, all that bit I just run past. Might have been some cool things. Alright.
A car was driving away
Skip
from the
that.
farm, headed in the same general direction as I was. For all I knew, it was Barry, caught in the consequences of leaping before looking.
I like that there's specifically lithium batteries. I don't know if you needed to include that particular detail.
The car was heading for the cabin up ahead. It wasn't far. If it was Barry, I would see the damage soon.
Let it melt. We're low on batteries, I'm gonna be patient.
I'm trying to deliver each page to the right time and place. I'm trying to show you how the story goes.
Thanks, Tom.
I had seen glimpses of the light before. I had seen it in my dream. It was a strange spaceman or a diver in a bulky suit. He was the one who'd been placing the pages on my path.
Well, it's clearly a diver, buddy.
The dark presence followed the choreography laid out to it in the manuscript, growing stronger and stronger, moving like a storm from one scene of destruction to the next. But it was still bound to follow the story and chained to the dark place it came from. When the story reached the end it longed for, it would finally be free.
Oh shit, flares. That's not a manuscript. Why couldn't they glow red or something? Light is supposed to be good. I've been trained to go towards the light. All fucking game.
The storm raged on as the Anderson brothers walked unsteadily away from the clinic with the other patients in tow, knowing that this time they wouldn't return. The darkness around them seethed with horrors, but Tor and Odin were unafraid. Their eyes glinted with guile. They knew every secret path, and there was blood on their hands. They had fought these shades before. Someone had left a gun behind. Now I had a fighting chance of reaching the farm.
Oh yeah, there were no. He didn't even have guns. Taken are filled with darkness. Oh no. How do I get up? It would be funny if it was like the taken are filled with ready breck. My God. Filled with tomato paste. Taken are filled with coffee. Okay, it seems like there was a slightly easier way of getting out of here. Am I going forwards or backwards? I feel like I'm going forwards. Cool.
I could see the car, but there was no sight of the driver.
Oh, is it the song first? Cool. So that means there's a part 3 of this. I don't remember everything, right?
Hello? Anybody here? Barry!
That's probably nothing.
No! Danny, you're not! Ah! Please! Ah! What are you? Ah! No! Don't! I'm sorry! Ah! Ah!
He's made his bath too hot. Don't mind me, I'm just... Oh, the fuck? Huh? I only have a shotgun.
I know you. You were in jail the other day.
I went to the farm again for the moonshine, you know? It makes you see. They're not gonna miss it. They're in the loony bin. But my buddy, Danny, I lost him. Something's gone wrong with him. It's not him. like a real bad follow-up to a real good movie where the best friend's suddenly the bad guy who wrote this crap anyway.
Very Max Payne. Feel like you wouldn't be in the mood for metaphors, but whatever. Well, let's hope he's fine. Gonna leave him be. I've stolen all the weapons that can save him.
I've run through every possible course in my head. If I continue like the Dark Presence wants me to, the story I'm writing won't save Alice. It's a horror story, and it's going to kill her, and me, and everybody in this town. No one will survive. Darkness will consume everything. This is what it's wanted all along. It will be free, unstoppable. It used Alice to get to me, dangled her in front of me to keep me going. It was never going to release her. I'm going to change this. I'll escape. I've written myself into the story. I'm now the protagonist. This feels like a terrible risk, but it's the only way to save Alice. I'll be bound by the events of the story just as much as anyone else who's been woven into it. The story must stay true for this to work. There have to be victims along the way, near escapes, cliffhangers. In a horror story, it can't be certain that the hero will succeed or even survive. He almost has to die. I'll write my own escape into the story next. I need help. Zane's going to be the one who will help me. I'll make it happen.
So yeah, he's not Max. He wrote Zane into his story because he heard the name, but obviously Zane wrote him into his story as well. Just invented a writer. They both happened. There is no beginning. There is no end. Cause of effect does not work here. Cause of effect, you know what I mean. Is that his best friend?
The front door
This is Benny.
Let me guess. Danny, huh?
Danny, I mean, it's Benny the other one.
The farm was still a good distance away. I'd need a car to get there fast.
Oh, if only on a car.
If Barry wasn't up here, he was probably in trouble down at the farm. For a moment, I felt bad for doubting it. After all, I made it this far myself. But Barry was Barry.
See, a part of me thinks I should probably try Quantum Break as well. Like, I could probably... I'm really curious about the copyright on the video sections of Quantum Break. Like, back in the day, definitely couldn't have put them on the YouTubes, but nowadays, probably could get away with it, especially if my face is in the screen. We'll see, though. We'll worry about that yet. I'll have to finish a couple of other games before I even consider Quantum Break, though. But maybe like what am I playing? Well, certainly Alan Wake has to be done before that. But Where's the way out? And I'd say Cocoon, but I'm pretty sure Cocoon is only like 4 hours long. But where's the door? Why are there so many cars? Keep dodging, Alan! Cool. All these fireworks. Oh, thermos. So this is like the proto version of Take Control, which isn't quite as good because...
I've known the brothers used to be some kind of rock stars, but it hadn't really sunk in until I saw this stage.
Ow! Run! Incoming! There's too many of them! God damn.
I'm so glad you decided to go it alone, Mr. Bronson.
Shut up and shoot! Ow! We have to fight them off! I can set off more of the fireworks from here and help you out! Hey, Al! Did you notice there's a lot of ammo and stuff around? This place is stocked! Hold on! I'll try to get the stage lights on!
Do I have the right...
Here we go!
I'm guessing they made that a little easier than before, because I remember that being really difficult. Although I'm using the flares liberally, because it's...
That was awesome!
There are many
Rock and roll
dreamlike elements in Alan Wake.
This way to the farm!
It is something that very much fascinates me in fiction that I like as well. And also what I really enjoy in stories is time travel, time loops. Now, as we progress with Alan Wake's story, we kind of have this mystical vision quest of him traveling back in time into that missing week when he was in Birdleg cabin writing the story of the manuscript.
Yeah, I didn't consider that Alan Wake is a time travel story, especially because it's not like a time machine. It's writing and amnesia, but it's the same things. But yeah, I think the thing that like Take Control did a really good job of is that it's not too difficult, that bit. It is possible to do it all in the first try. And I remember this being a bit too hard. And like, it's great having like an awesome song for one moment in the game. You can't have that all the way through the game. That'd be really fucking obnoxious. But like, it can't be too difficult because the whole point is to have fun shooting things, you know, like, and the Ashtray Maze is a really good upgrade of that. And I hope they do it again for Alan Wake 2 as well. I'm really surprised more game companies don't use music in just interesting ways. Like, I'm really struggling to think of examples outside of just Portal and games that just have music in their credits and stuff. But like, even that, like, are there any other examples? I'll have a think. I'm definitely sure I've heard at least one more example. And I don't mean like something like Celeste, which the music's very well designed for the game. It's all escalating arpeggios and stuff like that. It's very clearly done on purpose.
See, bestseller, no reason to worry. Your cutout's good as new, right where I left it. I'll come back for it once we have the place secured.
Yeah, that's been my biggest worry all this time. We need to get this thing moved out of the way.
This is as far as I got before they ambushed me. Hey, I think Alan Wake here has something to say. What's that, Al?
I'm Alan Wake. I'm always right about everything. And if I don't get my way, I'm sunk all day long. I'm always intense and moody. It makes me very attractive and mysterious. Right now, I'm just standing here because I need my best friend Barry to carry me. But that's okay. I can just take him for granted.
I think I see what you did there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want me to do my imitation of Barry Wheeler? No? Thought so.
Dude, you wrote him in your book. Also, Barry needed to open that door for you.
You look at that thing, Al! They really went all out with this Viking crap, didn't they? Look at all this stuff. They must have done okay for themselves, so how come I never heard of these guys before?
And this from the guy who learned about Ozzy Osbourne through reality TV?
There we go. They really do like showing they're working, don't they?
Sleep. We all spend
Oh, Night Spring.
soft embrace,
Man.
somewhere between
Back memories.
fantasy and
Hey,
oblivion.
remember when I got you that gig?
But
Your
dreams have
first
a way
real
of
writing
forcing
job. What
themselves
got you
into waking
started?
life.
It is this one of your
vice
episodes?
versa. In Night Springs. Tonight's episode, The Dream of Dreams.
That's by someone else.
We join Mr. Jones as he explores the endless dreamscape, only to be brought to a sudden stop by a decidedly mundane situation. A long line of people.
Hey, Jones, right? Listen, we're gonna have to wait until His Highness over there is good and ready.
Oh, wow. Who's that?
You don't know him? What are you, new? He's the guy dreaming us. Well, not just us. He dreams everything. All of this.
But wait, no. I'm the one who's dreaming. I'm asleep. Isn't this my dream?
Oh, yeah. Sure. Get real, pal. You're just another dream. I'm a dream. You're a dream. The weirdo in the diving suit is a dream, and the girl made of smiles and sunshine is definitely a dream.
But I'm pretty sure I'm dreaming this.
Well, maybe you're a really confused dream. What am I, a shrink? All I know is I'm going with the smart guys, and they say that's the guy doing the dreaming. Right there.
I don't know what that means.
It means we keep him happy. No sudden falls. We make sure he has his clothes on when he goes out in public. No chases where the monster is nipping at his heels and he runs like crazy, but his legs don't seem to get him anywhere. None of that. Because if he wakes up in a cold sweat...
Oh.
Yeah, precisely. So we wait till he wants to move on. Keep things nice and calm.
Hey, something's happening here.
Yeah? What's that?
What? Can't you hear that?
Oh, God help us, it's an alarm clock. Oh, it's you, isn't it? Please, man, I got a wife and kids. Please don't wake.
Please don't Alan wake. King of puns. Yeah, they must have made... I thought they said they didn't make any changes to the gameplay, but like I feel like that section was easier than like... I definitely didn't ever do it first time before.
It's 1976. Madness reigns at the Anderson farm. Contrary to all logic, the headiest ingredient of their moonshine is unfiltered water from Cauldron Lake. The Andersons feel like gods. Odin can't stop laughing. He contemplates cutting his eye out. Tor runs across the field, naked, shrieking, hammer in his hand, trying to catch lightning. Their songs have power. Something ancient is stirring in the depths, coming back. The Viking boat looked imposing, almost like a battering ram.
Oh well, that probably doesn't mean anything in terms of gameplay. Let's ignore the boat, obviously. I know a red herring when I see one. What's this? Oh no, the boat! Be awed by celestial wrath and fury. We got lucky this time, boat. Alan, walk during this. Alan. Oops. Oh, fuck off, game. I'll shoot things this time, it's fine. Why is this guy so strong?
I think we can make it through here, Al!
Oh, no possible way for us to get over these fences. Oh, he's over there.
Wow! Those geezers had quite a production going on. Ooh, you know what, Al? If we make it through this alive, I'm gonna start representing them. Yep, sell this stuff online, maybe get a reality show going, release a new single.
Good luck with that, pal.
Hey, you find us a way out of here, okay? I'm gonna take a closer look at this stuff.
Alan kick. Up we go.
Be careful, Al!
More stairs, okay.
You okay, Al?
I'm good. Keep your eyes open, okay?
Up we go.
As you regular listeners know, I tend to work through the night, but I'm not the only one. Deputies Mulligan and Thornton are taking a couple of moments off their busy schedule to join me here in the studio. Boys, how busy are you now? Deerfest is almost here, isn't it? I bet that keeps you in business.
Pretty busy, yeah. Actually, Pat, we've been real busy with other stuff, which concerns an ongoing investigation. We can't talk about that, Lord. I wasn't gonna say anything. I was just saying we got, other irons to fry.
And how would you compare your workload to last year's? Things have seemed relatively peaceful to me, but people do tend to get a little wild this time of year.
Oh, it's wild, Pat. It's pretty wild. There's been all sorts of trouble this year. Vandalism, fighting, public disturbances. A lot of people gone missing, too. Yeah, it's pretty much the usual stuff, Pat. Just, a lot more of it.
Now, is it just me, or does Deerfest get wilder every year? People seem to be more drunk, at least, or they start earlier and younger.
Oh, it's definitely not just you, Pat, but... Definitely, Pat. Hey, I'm talking here, Thornton. Oh, shoot, I lost my train of thought.
Not just me.
Oh, yeah, it's wilder, Pat, but actually most of the trouble seems to be coming from grown men. People who ought to know better,
I like this time.
Kids are doing fine this year.
Well, that's nice to hear at least. Boys, I want to thank you for stopping by. I'll let you get back to your patrol.
Sure thing, Pat. Yeah, sure thing, Pat.
I like there's a subtle implication there that like people go missing every year at Deerfest, and it's just like, no, it's just something that happens. Don't worry about it. A couple of people always go missing, once every couple of years. It's fine. It's just a Deerfest thing. Don't I already have a heavy duty one? Grab this first.
The elevator was dead. I'd have to get some power to it first.
Well, I've no idea how to do that.
see the building that had to be the Andersons' home on the other side of the field. It wasn't far now. I wasn't worried about trusting the ramblings of two burned-out geriatric wrecks. They had the goods.
Alan, kick. Cool. There's Barry.
You've got to be kidding me.
Oh, fuck. Oh, it can go through the shed. Shed is not going to protect me. Right, we have to take out this boss. Alan, kick. Ah. Right, that was a difficult one to evade. I don't actually... Alan, kick! Don't think I actually need to grab the extra stuff. I would have more flares, though. Where's the silo door? Guys, have you seen the silo door? It's a lot of cows and pigs. Alan, kick. Alan just casually walk in.
that you out there, buddy?
Yeah, it's me. Hang on.
Hey, let's go, man.
You can't go through that way, they were clearly locked.
I think we're gonna have to work together to open this gate, Al.
Alright, fair enough.
Pretty heavy. Hey, I think that's the farm on the other side of the field. We're almost there. This farm is a crazy place for crazy people.
We should feel right at home then.
Come on, one more gate. Let's do this.
There we go, that's chapter 4. Episode 4. Part 4.
The lights are out. I guess we better check the fuse box.
Section 4.
The power downstairs was out, but I was sure I could fix that at the fuse box.
Saga 4. Stanza 4. Okay, I'll stop that. Go upstairs. Valley of the Shadow.
You know, this place looks kind of lived in. I thought the Andersons were in the booby hatch.
The fucking what?
Yeah, I don't think they keep too close an eye on them at the clinic. They seem to slip away a lot so they can get wasted.
No kidding. Those guys sound awesome.
Again, Alice's screams rang in the stillness of the night. I saw myself run toward the cabin, flashlight in my hand. I followed my past self. I was an out-of-body observer, a time traveler in a crazy drunken dream. This was the beginning. The night Alice had disappeared. The mystery of what had happened during the missing week was about to reveal itself.
Come on, Al. Let's get the lights on, huh?
Of course, we need to find where it's coming from. That's the message the Andersons talked about. That's the whole reason we're here.
Lady of the Light? Oh, that's gotta be what's-her-face, the crazy lamp lady from the town.
Cynthia Weaver.
Right. Must be.
Okay, where is it? Tell me the correct room. Okay. Let's put the... You will need the witch's cabin key. We'll get to hear it properly in the
we need to find
chapter ending.
We'll stay here for the night and head back to town as soon as it gets light.
Hey, Al. Lots of hours before dawn. Might as well get some rest. And by rest, I mean drunk.
Come on, Barry. This is... Yeah, what the hell?
There's magic moonshine as well. Made with the water of the lake.
You're a crazy bastard. I'm gonna stick by you, no matter what, ever, Al. Sure, like a brother.
I'm a writer, god damn it.
Correct.
If I just wanted to, I could write 10 books a year. And they'd be the best books that year.
No, you couldn't.
That's right, I couldn't. But I could, because I'm a writer.
What? What do they put in this stuff? I feel like my brain is coming out of my nose. I'm gonna get
recipe off those coots and be a booze millionaire.
I just miss her, Barry. I just want her here with me.
I know, Al. I know. It's gonna be okay. We're gonna make it okay.
Oh, we're not done quite yet. Oh, we were told about this in the manuscript.
Alice, I'm coming. It's all right. I'm coming.
It was a crazy drunken dream, and yet it was more than that. It was the truth, a suppressed memory unearthed by the Andersons' moonshine. I was there, an out-of-body observer. This was the night Alice and I had arrived at Bright Falls, the night Alice had disappeared. I had a chance to find out what had happened. I remembered being surprised to see the cabin dark. Alice would have never turned the lights off.
Alice? Alice!
I remembered thinking I caught a glimpse of her form underwater, sinking into the darkness. Diving after her was the last vague memory I had of that night.
Vague.
After that, the next thing I could remember was waking up behind the wheel of the crash car and finding the first pages of the manuscript. I couldn't find her in all that blackness. I must have thought she drowned.
Alice!
Jagger had Alice, and
Alice!
so she had me.
Alice!
I'd been easy prey.
Look at the cabin. Is there someone in the window?
Alice?
Maybe she didn't drown after all. Maybe she...
Oh, that's what I was going to say ages ago. They used Baba Yaga, which is they're using correctly in the Keanu Reeves series. I've forgotten the name of it now. Keanu Reeves shoots people because of his dog. That's what it's called, isn't it?
The dark presence had touched me. She had dug her nails into my brain and used me, made me her puppet.
She must be here somewhere. Maybe upstairs in the study.
Alice!
Yes, that's where she is. You can apologize.
Alice!
You'll laugh at the whole thing together and put it behind you.
Alice?
She's not here. You were foolish to think so. No, she's dead. She drowned.
No, no, no!
It's your fault your wife is dead. You are guilty. All she wanted was to help you right. You killed her. Oh, hush. There's still hope. Cauldron Lake is a special place. Here, you have the power to change things. She wanted you to write. I will tell you what to do. You can write her back. The story will come true, and all will be well again.
She had Alice, and the manuscript was the ransom for her.
Yes. All right. I'll fix it. I'll bring her back.
Ooh, jump scare.
No. I wrote it.
You're not allowed to astral project here.
In the dark, I'd written for days, a week, almost a complete manuscript of a novel entitled Departure. Jagger had been my editor, whispering in my ear, making sure that the unfolding story would make her more and more powerful. I thought I was saving Alice. Even with the cobweb she put in my head, some part of me had been aware enough to write my escape into the story, to bring a light into the cabin to release me before I could finish, to interrupt the horror story before the ending, where darkness consumed everything and everyone. Zane was weak and far away, but I had written him into the story, and his light had been enough to set me free.
It isn't here now. I'm here because it was written. I brought the light to set you free. You must hurry. It will know I'm here. It will be back soon. It stole the skin of my armor a long time ago. She looks so old.
I had woken up, confused and groggy, my mind consumed by darkness and fear. All I could do was to escape. The week spent in the cabin had taken its toll. I was barely conscious and fading fast. It had to have cost Zane terribly, thrown him even deeper into whatever dark place he now haunted. But he had managed to weaken the dark presence, kept me safe that night. I wrote it. It's my fault.
That's right, James Joyce. It's your fault, and you're gonna pay for it.
Right, I'm gonna hide myself while this song plays. I'll be right back.
There's an old town road with mystery of Tom the poet and his muse, and a magic lake which gave a life to the words the poet used. Now the muse she was his happiness, and he rhymed about her grace, and told the stories of treasures deep beneath the blackened waves. Till in the stillness of wonder, and still in its misty crown, the muse she went down to the lake, and in the waves she drowned. And now to see your love set free, you will need the witch's cabin key. Find the lady of the light, gone mad with the night. That's how you reshape destiny. The poet came down to the lake to call out to his dear. When there was no answer, he was overcome with fear.
Kind of wish the lyrics were on the screen.
He searched in vain for his treasure lost, and too soon the night would fall, and only his own echo would wail back as his call. And when he swore to bring back his love by stories he'd create, nightmares shifted in their sleep in the darkness of the lake. And now to see your love set free, you will need the witch's cabin key. Find the lady of the light, still raving in the night. That's how you reshape destiny.
So presumably Alan listened to the entire album. Ooh. Gonna have to shut that door. Yeah, I'm taking a risk by letting it play out like this, but it was written for the game. There we go. So yeah, like, I'm assuming they put the entire album on, and I think they're making the entire album for Alan Wake 2.
Previously on Alan.
Okay, we're not gonna listen to this bit yet because we're gonna go into the menu, and I'm gonna let you go, and maybe I'll play more of this later. Like, I think it's a good idea to not play more than one episode of Alan Wake a day. I think that was one of the better levels of the game. And that was partly because it was not all in a fucking forest. Like quite a lot of it was just in the hedge maze and all that. And there we go. That's, oh, damn. I think the Johnstruct. No, I don't know what I'm going to do next. At some point, I'm going to switch over so I can play Xenoblade as well, which I had some new followers for Xenoblade, and then I didn't play it because I was really busy the next weekend. But I think we'll be doing a little bit of Cocoon. We'll see what else is on the docket. But for the time being, I'm going to let you go, because that's an Alan Wake episode done. And there are 6 and 2 more. I do need to adjust because of the light. The light! Anyway. Thank you very much for watching. I've been having an Alan Wake Remastered adventure. We'll see you next time.